everyone! If you don't know me, I'm Annalie, and this is my series Exploring the Unknown, where I analyze and present my theories and thoughts on things that circulate the internet. This video is going to be on the second video uploaded by the YouTube channel Local58. If you haven't seen this first video of this series, I highly recommend you do, as in that video I give background on this channel as a whole. The link is in the description. With that being said, let's continue the exploration of Local58. Today, there is so much conflict with the American government and in the world as a whole. Because of this, we are often left to wonder, what does this mean for us in person, and as a population? What will happen if our leaders decide to go to war? What will we do? We can all start to question our loyalty to these leaders and our country. And with that now I ask you, what and what not are you willing to do for your country? Especially in the case of an all-out war and attack. Think about the missile alert sent to residents of Hawaii last year. What if that was not an accident? And how far are you willing to go for your government if they ask certain things of you? This video, Contingency, from Local58, is centered around this topic. Before we discuss any part of this video, I want to run through the video as the center point of it is not very long. The beginning starts out with the Local58 logo and runs through the schedule of the broadcast day. The only item on the list is 3 a.m., end of our broadcast day. Immediately after, another title card appears saying, "This concludes our broadcast day." What follows next is what keeps me up some nights. Take a look. Okay, so if you didn't catch everything that was written, that is okay. Here is what was said. The worst has come to pass. Despite the sacrifices of our citizens and the might of our armed forces, the United States has been forced to surrender to her enemy. Though they may occupy our borders, our streets, and our homes, the enemy will never occupy our spirit. That is why all Americans are now called upon to act, to preserve the memory of the United States, clear and bright, untarnished and uncompromised. Know that I have already taken action in the company of family and loved ones. Now all Americans, every man, woman, and child, are called upon to act before the moment passes by. Let our united resolve echo through history. Even in defeat, we refuse to yield. Even in defeat, we claim victory. Lyndon B. Johnson, President of the United States. Act immediately. Honor liberty by taking the final and greatest liberty of all. It is a privilege to be called to action. You take America with you. We will each be remembered. Use the method most available to you at this time. Your courage will inspire others. There is nothing to fear. The time has come. Access to a loaded firearm is ideal. Place muzzle, hole of gun, upwards to roof of mouth. Thank you. Join your neighbors, your family, your God. As a citizen, you must act now. Your local law enforcement has been ordered to ensure your compliance. It is against the law to delay. This message will repeat until there are none to read it. If there is time, victory position. Remember the 3 F's: front lawn, face up, feet together. Regarding your children, tend to them before yourself. Use a calm tone of voice. Everyone can do their part. Infants and pets, the smallest patriots. The 51st state is not a place. It is important to know and clearly understand everything that was written in this message. The first message is supposedly a message from President Lyndon B. Johnson. However, the date does not comply with our history, as Lyndon B. Johnson ended his presidency term in 1969. I think the best explanation for this is that this may take place in an alternate universe where he served a longer term. The message seems like what a normal government message would look like, but continuing the message, you start to realize what the government is asking of their viewers. The government is asking that all Americans commit suicide as a form of taking America with them, rather than complying with the enemy the country was forced to surrender to. If one does not commit suicide and do what they are told, there are law officials who will force people to comply. In short, America is forced to surrender, so why not just kill the population themselves? This realization is especially eerie when you realize that this is what President Lyndon B. Johnson meant by take action, and when he said, "I have already taken action in the company of family and loved ones," meaning that he had already taken his own life, and now it is up to citizens to follow suit. The rest of the messages are instructing Americans on what to do exactly and what will happen if they don't comply, up until the last one that reads, "The 51st state is not a place." I was really confused and stared at this phrase for so long trying to figure out what it meant, and the conclusion I have come to is, it is a metaphor for death. The 51st state of America is death. Could also be a sort of play on words with the metaphor, if you know what I'm saying. The message ends, and Local 58 returns explaining that it was aired on accident and assuring everyone that it was an accident, as if they didn't just tell everyone watching at 3 a.m. to kill themselves. After all of this, we are left wondering, who is the enemy America was forced to surrender to? When I first watched this video, my immediate guess was the Soviet Union/communism. Since the date is 1970, and assuming that history has not altered completely, I assume the Cold War is currently happening, and this is the outcome in this reality. The Soviet Union/communism won, and now America needs to die, I guess. Anyway, my second thought came about after watching the first video. You are on the fastest available route. So now I was led to believe that the enemy is now not the Soviet Union, but actually a much greater threat, one that America cannot fight, and therefore has surrendered to. The enemy could be beings not of this world, beings from another dimension, or to put it simply, aliens, being much more powerful than us. This theory seems really out there, but not when you take into account the events in the previous video. Now it really does seem like some sort of takeover. We don't know if it's only America though. It could be the whole world, and this is how America has just chosen to deal with it. About Local 58 claiming it was a hoax, I do not believe this is true. I think whatever took over America has taken over the channel as well, and instructed Americans that it was just a hoax to make sure that whoever is watching is still alive and able to comply with them. As for whoever aired the message, I think they were trying to warn people, maybe not knowing what was actually on the message, and hoping to save anyone who happened to be watching at 3 a.m. But whoever took over won. This is my whole take on the contingency video posted by Local 58. I had so much to say, but I made sure to cut it down to the important parts. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and are enjoying this series. If you are, leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more to come soon. I have other types of spooky videos coming soon as well, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching and have a nice day.